A rivalry renewed. For the first time since 2017, we are seeing a battle for the Illibuck. Last time, Ohio State had head coach Urban Meyer. Illinois' head coach? That's actually a very good question. That's 2017. It was Lovie Smith. Holy moly! At least the last time they played it was the East and West, and it wasn't Leaders and Legends, which I think that might have been okay. Was it 14 that came in? Yeah. Okay, so 14, yeah. But nonetheless, it's been a minute since the last time we saw Illinois and Ohio State square off. And certainly Luke Altmyer was not there. And most certainly your top running backs weren't rushing for 300 didn't have 300 yards rushing apiece, averaging well over that magical number of 3.5 with 8 touchdowns combined. Last time, well, actually, I'm not going to go back and look at the 2017 Fighting Illini. But nonetheless, anyway, and then Ohio State and their ball club, unbeaten, unmatched. They had a little bit of a gut punch there to their strength of schedule over this past weekend, with Florida just taking Texas out behind the woodshed. So their big marquee win kind of went sideways. And now their big marquee win is going to be Washington. That is the one that they're going to be pointing at, which is a big win because it was in Seattle. Don't get me wrong, but Washington isn't that main big boy brand yet. With Jed Fish, they can certainly get there. But anyway, so taking a look at the history of Ohio State, Illinois, I mean, calling it a rivalry is very, very generous. Illinois has won 3 times since 1994. 2 years before I was born. So I have only witnessed Illinois beat Ohio State 3 times. I was 3, I was 5, and I was 11. I only remember that one because that was Juice Williams. Now, could we see Luke Altmyer pull this off? Very plausible. Vegas thinks this is going to be a blowout. They got Ohio State as a 14 and a half point favorite on the road in Champaign. I mean, Altmyer has the more passing yards. Even on the rushing, Beatty has the more receiving yards. I mean, granted, Illinois, the only game that they've played, I mean, I guess USC I'll count. But they're 1-1 in these big time games, needing a last second field goal to beat USC. And then getting absolutely demolished by Indiana in Bloomington. It was in Bloomington, but you still can't be getting demolished like that. I do have Ohio State winning this game. I am going to be rooting for Illinois because I do like Brett Bielema. I do like what Luke Altmyer's doing. And I like what's going on in Champaign. And I like to see that statement win. Plus, I'm around a lot of Buckeye fans, and it's just like, oh my god. Congratulations. You beat Grambling. We looked good, though, didn't we? Yeah, it's Grambling. But I mean, Ohio State's going to win this game. We'll see if We'll see if the almighty college football nerds model agrees. Now, whether they cover or not, that's going to be a different story. Let's see. Illinois. Ba-bam. And we got, oh yeah. So the model has Ohio State winning bigly. Is that is almost 14. So they have Illinois actually covering. Interesting. I do trust this model. The guys that built it are very, very smart. And Ohio State passing yards per attempt defense. But yeah, Ohio State, the model thinks Ohio State's going to have a field day. They are expecting an absolute field day. And it could very well happen. Ohio State is absolutely loaded at wide receiver, thanks to now offensive coordinator Brian Hartline being absolutely incredible at everything that he does. And you got yourself a nice little stable of three with James Peoples, Bo Jackson, C.J. Donaldson. And the wide receiver core is utterly insane. Jeremiah Smith, Cornell Tate, Brandon Ennis. He's only got 9 catches on the year. Holy Jesus. I thought you would have had more. And Max Clare, tight end. I mean, granted, they're not throwing the ball as much, but or at least they shouldn't be. But Ohio State's offense is something to be a bit concerned about, especially going on the road. You're going to have Illinois faithful out there really wanting this win. They believe that Brett Bielema can win this game. That is why they went out and got Brett Bielema. He has beaten Ohio State before. He did it once. I thought he did it more than that, but he has done it. But if Illinois is going to win this game, they've got to control the line of scrimmage. They've got to win the time of possession. They cannot be turning the ball over. Now, Luke Altmyer, he has not. I think he's only. I don't know if he's thrown a pick yet. I think he has not thrown a pick yet. He has not. But this is going to be the toughest defense that he has seen all year and will see all year. So that number may very well change. He's thrown 73. He's completing 73% of his passes, which is about where you want him to be. In this game, he's gonna need to repeat that, if not be even better. And he's gonna need a whole lot of help from this stable of backs. You'd like to get 100 apiece. It's not going to happen. Best case scenario, you can get 75, and 50. But Illinois has got to win the time of possession. Keep going at that dam. Keep poking at it. Keep swinging that sledgehammer. And eventually you're going to break through. Now, Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator for Ohio State, he is a literal rocket scientist. He is very good at he is very good at defense. He's very good at the defensive coordinating a defense. So you're going to have to get this game into a phone booth and just start hashing it out. Now, Ohio State, I'm going to assume they're going to try to spread it out a little bit more than what they have in the past. You had a little bit of success with it last weekend. I believe Yeah, Julian Sayin had just had his best game of the year this past weekend. Oh yeah, 23 of 27 over 300. Had his best game of the weekend. Had his best game of the year. Is Brian Hartline and Ryan Day gonna give Julian Sayin enough of a leash to potentially hang himself with? That is your high dollar question. Because eventually, well, Sayin's thrown 3 picks. Are you gonna give him enough of a rope to potentially mess it up? Because if Illinois, let's say Illinois gets the ball first, and they are able to get that 6, 7, 8 minute drive, punch it into the end zone, and Julian Sayin goes out there and throws a pick, then it's on. Then it is on. But I don't know if in a game like this, Ryan Day and Brian Hartline is going to give Julian Sayin that kind of freedom. I think they're gonna bring everybody back in. They're gonna be running a lot of screens. They're gonna be trying to get the ball over to Jeremiah Smith, over to Cornell Tate, handing the ball off to Bo Jackson. It's gonna be a lot of small ball. No need to mess it up. And Illinois, they've got to be able to stop the run game and make Julian Sayin throw it around the yard. That is what you have to do. Luke Altmyer can throw it around the yard. We know that. We've seen him do it. Can Julian Sayin? That question has not been answered yet. In a high-stakes, high-pressure game, in high-pressure moments, we have not seen that yet. Can Illinois make us find out what Julian Sayin is made of when the chips are on the table? And I think Julian Sayin, he can be great. And this is the first true stepping stone to that. Now that we know for sure that Texas is a bunch of frauds. But I'm taking Ohio State to win. I don't think they win by 14. If they do, it's going to be a backdoor. It's going to be a backdoor cover situation, and it may actually be 14. But I could very well easily see this going 17. But oh my Jesus, if Illinois is able to come out of the blocks with one of those 8-minute soul-sucking drives, look out, ladies and gentlemen. Look out. Now, the ESPN analytics say that Ohio State's going to win this. There's 83% chance. 82. Jesus Christ, I need to learn how to read numbers. 82.3% chance that Ohio State wins this game. Illinois has 17.7% chance. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is damn near 17.76% chance. And that's about as much chance as we were given back in 1776 to win our independence from Great Britain. And why I'm going on this weird tangent, I don't know. But we got a shot. I don't know why I went on that tangent, but in all seriousness, I think Ohio State wins this game. It's going to be somewhere between 14 and 17 points. Obviously, that's not the one that you want to hear. College football nerds, they have them just under the spread. I believe that's 13. Yeah, 13.1. So, yeah, I'm going to say 10 to 14. Ohio State wins outright. Illinois covers. I think that's going to be the right number. Or pretty close to. But I will be rooting for Illinois to win this game because I enjoy chaos. And anytime Ohio State loses, it's absolute chaos. So, that is all I got for you today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from the racing to the football to the news to the true crime. And we'll see you all in the next one.